rather than Taiwan. Taiwan is not a separate country, so.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you will bring this up when Trump visits China soon. To General Bakshi now, the military, hardcore military perspective. General Bakshi, Kharg, possible or not possible? American ground troops, thousands are there right now. Will they be committed on the ground?
Arnab, if you go by rationality, they will not be committed because every single military advisor in the United States has been telling Trump not to get into an escalation trap, and that includes Admiral Whitaker, the former head of the American Navy. The Kharg Island is deep inside the strait. So to capture the Kharg Island, you will have to sail up the Tripoli, 31 MEU combat group, that amphibious landing group, along with the Boxer, because by itself, the Tripoli will not be able to do it. They have tilt rotors. The Boxer has the hovercraft. They'll have to do it in combination. Now, pushing this armada up the Gulf of Hormuz, when the entire northern bank is full of Iranian missiles, anti-ship missiles, ballistic missiles, drones. They'll have to run the gauntlet. It will be highly risky. When they land, they put the mines. They are saying they will use the tilt rotors to overcome the mines initially. They will use the hovercraft, which will fly over these things. But the people on the ground are armed with anti-tank guided missiles, rockets, drones. We've seen the kind of damage that drones have done in Ukraine. The Russians don't attack in groups of more than 6 to 7. Every single tilt-rotor Osprey helicopter will have 24 Marines. They have shoulder-fired missiles, Arnab. One shoulder-fired missile and you have Osprey down with 24 Marines. One rocket and you get the hovercraft with 350 people down. Right? And
so what are you saying, General Bakshi?
Right,
are you saying, General Bakshi, all these troops and all this big talk and all this marine troop and ground troop and we are the best and we are the fastest and we are the Marines and we know how to fight and nobody in the world knows to fight, only Americans know how to fight. All of this is going to end with nothing? Nothing at all?
No, Arnab.
Will they just go back?
I said the proviso is if Trump is rational. He's not only irrational, we'd heard of calculated irrationality.
But he has to do something.
Signaling. Trump is showing uncalculated insanity.
No, but he's up the...
the BlackRock...
Just one. One minute. Miss Wong,
I agree with Gao.
Miss Wong, see...
No, I agree with Gao that Trump will be damned if he does and damned if he does not.
But if Trump pulls back, let's look at it this way. General Bakshi, let's look at it this way. If Trump... General Bakshi, see... this whole talk of the American military-industrial complex testing new tech and, look at what we did in Venezuela. We switched off the electricity and we kidnapped Maduro and, we are going to Cuba next and all of this stuff. But now, at the end of the day, they have to get something, right, Ms. Wong? It can't just be people who say, we think we won because we've defeated their navy. I mean, they're a very small navy, Iran. The Iranian navy is a quarter of the size of the Indian navy. It's a small navy. My point is that it's going to have to be something substantial, Ms. Wong. Something that you can go back with and say, this is what we got. You can't say, we killed all their leaders, but the regime didn't change. Or that we had air superiority for a while. There's got to be some bigger prize, right, that he can take home, Ms. Wong?
Of course there is. And then if you look at what's actually happening here around the world, look, we're talking about a very small topic at this time, but pull back and you look at who the modern imperialists are. Right? You have Russia wanting to take parts of Ukraine. You have China who wants to take Taiwan and the South China Sea islands. You have Trump who is not necessarily using just military force.
You have Trump who wants Greenland, Cuba, Venezuela, Iran, and God knows what. The biggest expansionist right now is the biggest imperialists are the Americans. I mean,
so I'm saying to you that you're asking me what is the bigger play here?
What is the trophy he's going to take back?
Play?
Never. And I mean never say, sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you. Because right now, by securing what Trump wants, he essentially controls the Western Hemisphere, right? You have, if there is still ongoing talks with Greenland, which I am hearing that there is, and then you also have you have talks with the Panama Canal. He controls the trading routes in the Western Hemisphere. Same thing, the Straits of Hormuz. That's not just a U.S. want. That's more than just the U.S. It's a coalition built around that. They want to control that to control that part of the world and trade. So that's the bigger ask here. I think it's all the trading routes.
No, so Tom, I mean, it's all claims about what has already happened. Tom, I go back to you out here. My only singular focus at this point of time, and I find Marco Rubio to be a tsunami of sanity at this point of time. I read his statements. J.D. Vance is just completely embarrassed about being in this whole situation. Marco Rubio he just issued the following statement to an American media channel. And he said that we will achieve objectives in weeks, if not months. Our target was the Iranian Navy. And we have wiped out their defense industrial base. Then he said we are not going to allow the Iranians to take over the Strait of Hormuz, and the president has several options. And there is no clarity anymore in this. We've seen this thing stuck. Tom, this is stuck. Can this war remain in the stuck mode for another fortnight?
Look, there's no clarity right from the start, because we are all the time talking about Trump and U.S. administration, but when you check who is controlling this administration, at least crucial figures in that administration, it turns out it's AIPAC, which is Israeli lobby in the United States, and Netanyahu. So what do you want to do is actually, or if you want to find out what are the Americans going to do, is you have to find out what Netanyahu wants to do.
No, that's an overstatement.
And when Netanyahu
दोस्तों जंग के मैदान से बड़ी खबर आ रही है। मध्य एशिया
Taiwan, because there will be